Hi Derek.
How we doing? All right.
Very well, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good. Merry Christmas to you, Derek.
Cheers,
Yes.
Chris. Yourself.
A quick one then, just straight into it. Winning ways last weekend, great performance, clean sheet. Same again, thanks on Sunday you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the performance from the outset was good. Good speed in the game from us, good movement. We spoke about having tried to play out with on the outside, really a county's really narrow shape, that 5-4-1 and very compact. And we had to get them moving. We had to move that shape, and we lined up with four wingers effectively, and the ball carriers had to be relevant in the game when we were. The disappointing for us part of it was, although we got a clean sheet and we got the 3 points, the second half performance wasn't that kind of level, and the game became a wee bit more of a fighting game. But we got the job done, which was important after what we spoke about prior to the game was important. We get back to winning ways, and thankfully we did that. And we're looking for more of the same. The month of December presents some fixtures there that we feel we can try and get some more wins, and right up until the New Year's game, really, against Dundee United. Next run of fixtures we want to try and maximise. And obviously Sunday we find ourselves on the road again, and enjoy being at home at Pittodrie. We've got to enjoy being on the road again and hopefully pick up another 3 points.
You've got an astonishing record down at Rugby Park in the league, and again, it's one of these things, there's not always an explanation of it, but obviously it's somewhere the players enjoy going.
Yeah, I mean, it is unusual to be so strong like that, because let's face it, face various different Kilmarnock teams, various different managers, and we've always come out with the desired result, really, normally. And Sunday, hopefully we can do that again. What I have to say is, in all of that, we've never had it easy at Kilmarnock, and we don't expect it to be. It's always competitive. They've got a lot of know-how, a lot of experience, a lot of battle-hardened players, and an obvious goal threat. So we understand Sunday's going to be difficult, but like I say, it is important to see my team be difficult for them, and hopefully that can be the case.
I noticed a kind of increased level of sharpness. The players that had been out and missed games arbitrarily, even Johnny Hayes as well. Curtis Main one though, presumably he's earned his chance to stick a claim for that number 9.
Absolutely. I think like anything, if your front players are scoring goals, they don't always need to be playing at their best, but if they're scoring goals, it's difficult to leave players out. We've found that in the past, and I think that Curtis, and particularly his second goal, that pleases me. The sharpness of that, the confidence as well to go and do that, and we see that in training from Curtis. And I spoke after the game about how he's getting his training minutes up, really, because it's so important for players to try and be at their best to get those training minutes, and he's been stop-start from too many little niggles and injuries, which has frustrated him and myself. But hopefully he's over that now, and getting 2 goals does him no harm whatsoever. And I think you're right to say, I thought Kennedy had a good game. I thought Hayes, having been out, you see the speed in the team, and it was a wee bit more like a performance we were seeing early on in the season. So hopefully we can maintain standards, maintain that goal threat at the top of the pitch, which any team needs. And if we can get more clean sheets as we go along, then great.
Quick one on Tommy Hoban. He had Premiership ambitions as a youngster. He's come through the ranks at Ireland. He's really getting the games regularly under his belt, and touch wood, if he can keep injury free, he's going to be a huge asset for Aberdeen.
Yeah, Tommy's got to be really forensic with his working week. When you've had so many injuries, and that he has, we appreciate the work he has to do, but as long as he's available for me on a Saturday and put in performances like he has done, then we go with it. He's got a real appreciation for what he's got, having had so many injuries, and it's important that enthusiasm and appreciation is there for every player. But sometimes it takes so many setbacks to have that. Players are very lucky. It's the best job in the world. And Tommy, I think, appreciates every day he's able to train and every game he's able to play in. So his level of performance, as you know, has been terrific for us. We were keen to get him back because we knew the capabilities of the player, the levels that he can get to. And I couldn't be more pleased that Tommy's actually getting a bit of reward for all his disappointment and all his hard work and dedication. It's no easy coming back for that. It would have beaten a lot of players, that the amount of injuries he's had, but he's had to mentally dig deep, and his professionalism is second to none.
Hi Derek.
Just on Curtis, do you see signs of him sort of getting back to the levels that he showed, I suppose, when he was at Motherwell, when he sort of came to everyone's attention, scored a lot of goals, and was a real sort of, menace to sort of defences the way he played? Do you see just, the signs that with the fitness issues sort of getting overcome, that he can get back to those sort of levels?
Yeah, I think menace is a good word, to be honest. I think he is someone who might not have always been prolific throughout his career, but we feel that Curtis at his best is a real handful. He can upset defenders, he can get them, he can stretch defences, he can use his physicality. He backs himself to score goals, which is good. Curtis is a good finisher, left foot, right foot. Technically, he's capable. And while he's not always had that prolific goal scoring return, he came here to try and be that striker, and that's what we all want. But being a menace, being a handful, being difficult to play against, he can still contribute. And his link-up play is good. He's a strong boy. When you see that strength and he gets that fitness and confidence, then hopefully he can produce more of that. That's the plan. That's the hope for him and us.
How's the squad fitness-wise looking ahead of the weekend?
Everybody from last week's squad is the same. It's Ferguson's added to it, and that's obviously great to get young Lewis back. We're always a better team with him in it. But nobody added to it from the weekend other than Lewis.
Is there anybody sort of in the horizon sort of being available again?
Well, we were hoping for Dylan, but he said a little setback this week with his groin. He's trained a couple of days, and just where the stitches are and where he had the issue with his groin, it's just kind of inflamed a wee bit. So we've got to try and let that settle, which is obviously not ideal for him or us. We're hoping.
I was just going to say, how frustrating has the injury this season been for you? Because it seems that just at any time you're sort of getting up ahead of steam, something comes along and sort of knocks you a wee bit. And that's
yeah, but we were hoping last week that I think we spoke that we're hoping for these games coming up. We've got, I think, 6 games coming up in a period of 2.5 weeks or so. So we were hoping that Dylan being there, obviously we're not hugely blessed with centre midfield players. McCrory suspended for the St Johnstone game, and we were hoping him available would be great for us, but obviously that doesn't look as if it's going to be the case. The plus side is Scott Wright has a good chance maybe of making the Dundee United game on the 2nd of January, which is, he's accelerating through his rehab, so that could be something. But when you get so many games, you normally pick up injuries, so having as many players available as possible is key in a busy period.
Cheers, Derek.
Hi, Derek. On the subject of Scott Wright, really encouraging to see that he's making such good progress. You must really feel for the guy. Your heart must go out to him, because he's certainly not had it easy with injuries, has he?
No, obviously last year was a significant part. The cruise ship repair, and then he was just getting back, and COVID came along and knocked back any of that chance to play before the end of the season. But then this season, it's a groin injury. He's had little aches and pains this season and little things, issues, but it's a hernia operation. Every player, most players, find they have to deal with that at some stage in their career. It's 4 weeks effectively out. So in comparison to last season, he's doing away fine. This is just a minor hiccup, we think, in terms of not being available, and hopefully being back available on the 2nd of January. That's the game he's got in his head. That's the game that we're hoping that he could be ready for. And again, similar to what Tommy said, I think that what I said about Tommy, that appreciation of being fit and able and thriving on your fitness and your ability to be the best player you can be, I think is something that Scott is maybe recognised after having been out for so long.
Yeah, is Scott, coping okay? Is he bearing up well?
He's absolutely fine, aye. With Stephen Mulhern, thinks he's full of chat.
That's good to see. Despite the aforementioned injury problems, how encouraging is it that you're still on Celtic's coattails?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the points tally we're sitting on currently is healthy enough. We could, we haven't lost the league game since, I think we've only lost one in the last wee while at Ibrox, and we're disappointed. We're picking up a couple of draws on the road. I said last week, if we can win your home games, and that point doesn't seem as bad. where we could have been better off. Clearly, like, every team will be saying the same. But what we want to do is try and look forward. You know, I really believe in the potential of the team. I believe in the strength of the team. If we can get our best players available more often, that is a key for us. You know, and for any team. And you know, the points tally we're currently sitting on. If we can replicate that and improve on that over the course of the season, then we know we're going to have a good campaign league-wise, and that's the plan.
And great news for everybody this week with Andy Considine signing a new contract. He says he hopes to end his career with Aberdeen. You know, how richly deserved is this new deal? And, you know, great guy to have about the place, obviously, isn't he?
Oh, totally. You know, I think we've spoke often enough about the benefits of Andy being here, and you know, he thoroughly deserves his contract extension. I think that's maybe his 4th contract extension since I've been manager, and he's deserved every single one of them. And you know, he's been great value for us. His training minutes, has him being available, has been up there with the best of them for me. So it's a testament to his professionalism and dedication and his robustness as a player. You know, I think when I first came in, he was recovering from a broken leg and all the rest of it. But Andy, by and large, has been fit and available for me for a long period of time. So age is a number, as we know. If Andy can just really keep playing, keep getting his minutes in the training pitch, then there's no reason why he can't, you know, continue. And hopefully in time he can sign another contract extension, because it's an indication of how well he will be performing. So he's crammed in a lot in his career, Andy, and it's towards the back end of the career that he's getting a bit more recognition. But you know, there's still more to come from him and us, hopefully, in the upcoming seasons.
Great, thanks, Derek.
Cheers.
Hi, Derek. Just a quick one from me. Obviously, Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire have gone into Tier 3 today, which kind of may seem as a setback to getting fans back in, because it could be in until January. But if you got to just try and stay positive and hope for the fact that you guys can get fans in the near future and the start of next year, hopefully. Yeah,
I think we anticipated the movement in the tiers, and we obviously have, everybody's well aware of the expectations throughout the Christmas period, especially, you know, when there's that anticipation that families getting together more. So I'm not surprised that the current restrictions have been moved, but you know, like we say, we all want to hope for that better day, and that better day and better conditions means that supporters can come back in, and we're confident that will be the case that in the not too distant future, of course.
Great, right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks, Derek. See you Sunday. Cheers.